Alright, I'm finally back out. I'm gonna mess with this adding this little addition part up here. Yeah, I'm gonna add this little addition part up here. This right here is gonna be a main shed. You know, whatever go on in there is just gonna be work stuff. You know what I mean? Just like a little bit of storage. I'm gonna put this desk inside of the piece that I'm working on now. And you know, I'm gonna leave this, have my equipment, you know. That's what it is. A little bit of storage here. I'm gonna redirect this wiring here and make a door here. And that door is gonna be able to come out to here. And the door will be right in there. I'll put a header and I'll come out. Then the desk will probably be, the door's gonna open that way into the inside of that shed. And then I'm gonna put a window here in the front so I can see what's going on towards the street. And then I'm gonna have a window air conditioner over here on the side. I don't want to put it in the back because, you know, some bitch be to snatch that out. I won't know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'll see the side of the air conditioning unit. I ain't saying it's bad, but you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm thinking about it. So I'd rather have the air conditioner on the side, let the water drip, the condensation drip down here, than put it in the back. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? My wrap's been working pretty good. They actually raised the price on the wrap. It was $29.99, and then it went all the way up to like $42. I don't understand Lowe's. I really don't. I went over here to a section to get some 2x4x8s, and they got 2x4x8s mixed up with 2x4 times 93. And I don't know why Lowe's be playing games, especially this Lowe's. That's a whole nother story. If you get somebody to help you at Lowe's, where I live, good luck. Good luck with that one. That's a whole nother situation. I'm not gonna worry about them. I'm gonna worry about me and finishing this project today. Alright. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now ain't too spectacular. I'm just gonna cut the pieces so I can speed up the process. I'm gonna cut about, I don't know how many pieces, but maybe 15 of them real quick, maybe less. Depends on how I feel. Let's see what we got. Got my little pile over here I'm gonna be working with. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm marking each corner where I'm going to put the studs at. You don't really have to, but I just want to show y'all where I was putting them at. In the corner. That way you know. So I have one here. I have one here. I have one here. The same way here as it's going to be on the opposite corner. Then I'm going to start putting the wood, attaching the wood to it. The best thing you can do, what I'm going to do, is start drilling the screw at an angle before I even put it on the board. That way I don't have to fight with it because I'm working alone as usual. I'll have it come out like that, and you figure out how to work by yourself. It ain't that hard. Just figure out ways of doing it. knock this board in, and then knock it close to this one. A little gap right there, and then that'll be set. Okay. So these two boards have to squeeze in beside each other. So one's a little tight and one's a little loose, but it's okay. We're working. We're working. Alright, so moving right along, we've pretty much framed up everything here, and I'm getting ready to put my 2x4s in and make the wall, and then tomorrow probably put a board up there and I'll work on this roof part. You know, put my first board up there and try to get the pitch the most that I can out of it. It ain't gonna be that much of a pitch, I'll tell you that right now. That's all I got to work with, sliding down inches instead of feet. But you know, my daughter challenged me to do this. Why don't you put another room on the side of there? So that's what I did. So I'm working on it. We're looking pretty good. I just walked this board over here all the way from over there, and basically, you know, it fits right in between the joists here, so that lets me know my measurement was pretty good, and it slid all the way up to the front, up underneath the existing roof. So when I put this board on the next one, I only put 2 screws in it. I'm gonna bring another one, and then I can put one over here. And I'm gonna start nailing it, but I'm gonna slide the one over here back so I can get in between and get to these nails, or get on up here and get to these nails and go straight down there, straight down the middle. And then because that's on the edge of where I need it to be. And if you notice, I've already marked the joists is up here, and the reason why is because once I put the plywood up there, you're not gonna see where it's gonna go. You're just not gonna see where your studs are gonna be. And I also did it up here. So if you go up here and look at it, see those little markings? The edge I don't have to worry about too much. And I'm not worried about this right here. You know, it covers where I need to cover, but I put a mark there. And I put a mark down here. So that way I know where things are going to be at when I put everything up there. So far so good. I'm excited about it. Like they say, I'm stoked. And the roof pitch is okay too. It worked out pretty good. See, I already got some water dripping from underneath that felt paper, which it ain't necessarily supposed to do that, but I'm gonna get up there and put some caulk or some roof tar up there in them seams at a later time. So we're gonna do that as well. We're gonna go up there and put some roof tar up there on them seams, you know, when I get my Tarzan on. You know what I mean? Whenever I feel like I'm gonna do that. I got it already, but I'm still working on this thing. And that's pretty much it. So let's continue. Alright, so now I got the roof up there and I'm just tightening it up, putting some more nails in it, and screws, and seeing what we got here. Starting to come along. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is notch in where my joists are up at the top, my ridge, whatever you call it, so I can, because I'm not trying to cut any trim at all. So that's what this is about. So far I've been lucky. So, except for this is about the most trim I'm going to have to cut. And I got another blade somewhere. I don't have no idea where it is. I'm lucky I found the jigsaw. That's for real. Alright, so you get the idea. Alright, so we working. This board might be too thick. I'm gonna use the other board. Cut one to about 5 inches. Make it look better. Alright, so the other wood I had was just rotted. And I just didn't like it, so I decided to cut 2 new pieces of scrap from today and use it, because the ones I was going to use have been sitting outside for the rafter or whatever you call it. back with the wood. I just gotta adjust it and heave it in there. You understand me? I took a hammer and I like them with I like the wood when it's a little tight. Should be cool. It might be a little too big, but at least I ain't gotta keep messing with it. Right? So now I'll take the window and see if it fits. I'll take the window, stick it here. So I know why it doesn't fit, because I was shooting for the top of that line, not the bottom. Line that up. Alright. Now it should fit. They don't want to fit, huh? Alright, so what the hell was I measuring? It's okay, just knocking it up till it gets up there. And once it goes in there, you're good. Alright, a little bit more. That loose, real loose. You do want it to sit in there. Alright, so now we got it. Now it's in there. Might even be too loose. So just knock it down some. Knock it down, this sits right on the windowsill. But I'm not done yet. Now it's kind of tight, and that's what you want. Maybe not too tight. Let's see. Alright, now we should be in business now. Now you can just pull it out when you want. And it comes out kind of a little bit aggressive, but not overly aggressive. So now I'm going to mark, because I got one more piece of wood to put there. I keep leaving my pencil on. Apologize. There we go. So now, got the window in. Everybody's got their own way of doing it, but this is what I'm doing. So once that fits in, then you got to mark where your other piece of wood's going to be. We'll put another piece of wood here on the outside of there. Catch this piece, right? So that's going to be the last piece of stabilization you're going to use, so you don't cut too much out. That piece of wood here is going to stop you from cutting it too far in the corner and then making a whole big hole that you don't need. That'll be a problem. That'll be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and just make another piece of wood if I got one that size, which I know I got one that size, and put it on this side here. I'll put an arrow there. It's telling me to put it on the outside instead of the inside. And then I'm just going to measure, see how long the piece of wood is going to be. The piece of wood is going to be 21 inches. 21 inches. Alright, so what I did was I took two old pieces of wood and I put them together. They were 2 inches because I really didn't have enough. I didn't have enough 2x4s that size, so I just I'm putting the screws in. You don't want to put any screws really inside the seal itself, because you could mess around and make it so you can't, you know, close the window. I mean, put the window in the windowsill. So if you look at that, you'll see that those are just 2 pieces of wood. They were around 2 inches, and I just made them into a 2x4. Nobody's gonna see it anyway. Now let's go ahead and cut the wood. Wow, what do you know? It's already cut. I'm just gonna drag the wood over here and put the board up. And take the jigsaw and frame it out. Here we go. You know, we got the markings for where everything's gonna go, but we're still gonna need to mark. We're still gonna need to mark where the 2x4 is gonna be, because I'm not gonna be able to see it. So stud, when I nail it in, and that's going to be a mark there up at the top. That way I know where the stud's going to be. Put a little mark at the bottom. This mark's not going to be seen that well. Because you're going to have to know where your stud is, but you're going to be nailing to at the same time. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but the wood's going to be down there on this line. The window's going to be in that line. Alright, so we got everything pretty much marked. But let me do one more thing. Okay, how we working with? Alright, so I got the window marked, so I'm starting to cut it out. Alright, so she's in there. Yeah. She's definitely in there. just had to make sure I cut it out evenly, and everything seemed to work out good. Alright, we're back at the shed project. I got me a door. It's a 31 and a half, no, 31 wide times 81 3/4 long. There's the door, nice door. It's gonna go, my shed is, my room is on the other side of this wall. So I'm gonna redirect. I cut a hole out. I'm cutting a hole out for the door. I'm gonna redirect the wiring. I'm gonna put a header up here, and I'm gonna move the power out receptacle over here. And I think I can drill down to that corner. I have to double check. And then once I get in the wall, boom, there we go. Good to get inside the room. Just put a window there for now. I didn't want to put a door to the outside of the shed. You know, I wanted to have it in here. So if I'm in there, I didn't want access. You gotta come through here first. So that's what I wanted. So let's get back to it. Alright, I've rerouted everything. I've got the wire over here disconnected. I've moved the wire that was on the ground coming in. That used to be there. I moved it over there. I'm gonna put the receptacle over here. I've canceled out this one because I was gonna have a plug way back there in the corner, but I'm not really, you know, being that I added the room to it, I'm gonna be in here, so I'm not really worried about having power all the way up there. Plus I got power there, and I'm gonna have a receptacle here. So 2 is sufficient for a shed, in my opinion. But like I said, I'll have an extension cord in here anyway if I need a little bit more. So I've enlisted this electric chainsaw to cut through this stud and to cut down close to the bottom. Anywhere that all I'm going to do with the circular saw is cut straight up there, stop, and then cut up to a certain point before that board, and then pick up there, stop, and come straight down. And then I'm going to cut a little bit with this electric chainsaw here and right there, because my jigsaw died on me yesterday. Something's wrong with it. It still works, but the bit is stripped. The screw stripped where you put the jigsaw blade in. So this is quicker. I'll rip through this, and then we'll, you know, put the door in and keep it moving. Let's go.